What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are opening up my Dark Horse Tackle Talk podcast edition mystery box. So let's get into it.
Look at that fish. Jesus, bro. Holy Jesus! I just got obliterated. There he is. Got him. Got him. That's the one I wanted. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I didn't even. Holy Jesus. There's a fish. There's a nice fish.
All right, you guys, so here we go. We have the Tackle Talk Essentials box presented by Dark Horse Tackle. Let's take a quick look at the box. So this is the front. Underneath it says supporting small American businesses since 2019. The back has my shipping information, so I'm not going to disclose that. And then the rest of it is blank. So I've yet to open this. I'm going to go ahead and pop the seal on the bottom very carefully. Nice tape job on it. This is exactly how the box came. It did not come inside of any other box. It's shipped exactly like this with this cool sticker on the front. So it has been opened. This is my first impression of everything. So go ahead and pop open. Okay. First thing we got in here is something that says the baits. It has this nice thing up top here. I'll show you guys. It says what exactly is in here. Sorry, I'm trying to move it around the camera. It has a whole list of all of our baits. It is stuck onto the top, and we will go through that. First thing you're greeted with is the Tackle Talk Essentials booklet, picture of Andrew Hayes. It's got a thank you note from Dark Horse Tackle. There's a $5 gift code in here that I am going to use before I post this, so that you guys cannot have access to that, because I might have just shown it on camera. Hopefully I didn't, but if I did, I'm going to use it anyways. But a nice $5 code on here, and it's funny enough, looks handwritten. I'm going to cover that code real quick, really good, but it is handwritten to me, which is actually very nice of them. So that's really cool to see. Next, we have our booklet here. Whole congratulations thing, a picture of Andrew with his smallmouth, his favorite seasons, all sorts of information, rod and reel setups, all sorts of fun information that we're going to get into. And then again, we have our sticker right here from Dark Horse Tackle that's gonna go on the box. So starting off with what is in here, we're just gonna go from the top down. We have a Picasso Lures Shockblade Pro. It is a patented bladed jig in a 3/8 ounce. And the color of it is going to be gizzard shad with a nickel blade. It says the most neutral of the shock blade family, high-speed blade for rapid vibration, even at slow speeds. It has a double bait keeper to secure soft plastics with a modified O'Shaughnessy hook on the back, and it is patented, made in the United States. Really cool looking lure. We're not going to open up all of our boxes. We're just going to take a look at each lure, but let's take a look at that coloring, guys. That coloring on that skirt is beautiful. Look at that. That's a really, really cool gizzard shad color in there. It's even got a nice piece of foam behind it to keep everything in order. So that is really cool looking lure from Picasso Lures. This is an $11.65 according to the baits box on the top. This thing is valued at $11.65. So that's really cool to start off with. Next, we go to BKK. We have some offset worm hooks. Here, a 6 count of 3/0 hooks, Armor Point for Senkos and shads. Again, BKK, so good hooks. Those are set at $5.99 for the 6-pack. Moving on, more BKK hooks. We have our BKK, this is our Predator WG hooks for drop shotting and wacky rigging in a size 1, and there's 6 of them in there as well. So it looks like we're gonna have some stuff in here for Senkos, some stuff in here for wacky rigs, and maybe some drop shot rigs. Moving on from there, we're going to go to the 70s Pop Star hand painted by Robusto Custom Lures. We have a bone white popper here. It looks like it is going to have, I believe, BKK hooks on it. If I'm correct, it looked like it, yep. Equipped with BKK hooks, as you can see through Dark Horse Tackle. It is in the bone pattern. It is a floating, say 4/10 ounce, 2.75 inch, 1 knock with number 6 sized hooks on the front and the back. And the back is a back dressed hook as well from Dark Horse Tackle. It's a really cool looking lure. Hand paint as it says. It looks beautiful. I mean, the paint job on this is absolutely incredible, you guys. This is the first time I've ever ordered from Dark Horse Tackle, so I've actually never experienced their work, so this is really cool so far. Next, we're going to go on to, looks like a nice buzz blade here. It's called the Crocagator Bait Company Head Knocker. So it's a 3/8 ounce, all black skirted buzz bait. It says compact, easier to throw, quick surfacing, and very true running. For what it looks like is, it looks like the blazing here is going to contact the head as it spins. It's actually got a pretty nice closed loop up here, as you guys can see. It's not an open loop, so that should be really nice for if I want to use something like darn, I can't even think of what it's called, a snap. So on the back, when blade knocks against the head, it gives a unique sound of aluminum to Babbitt. It is a bait company that has been manufacturing and distributing since 1984, as it says. Their desire is to continue to stay on the cutting edge with the state-of-the-art products at a fair price. Going back to price, sorry. So we talked about first two prices. The Predator WG hooks are, those are gonna be $3.99 for the 6-pack. Then the 70s Pop Star, trying to find that on here if I can, from Robusto, is $13.49 for that popper. Then our Crocagator Bait Company, and we'll talk about price of everything at the end, is an $8.49 to $7.99 lure. So about an $8 buzz bait. It's a little bit of an expensive buzz bait, but a nice buzz bait too. I'm actually pretty pumped about that. Really cool looking. Again, everything so far has had really nice packaging on it too. Next, we all knew this was coming. We know how Andrew is from Tackle Talk, so obviously we're gonna be getting some Big Joshy swim baits. This is actually my first time getting to try these out. I've thought about ordering from them. I'm glad to see there's some Big Joshies in here. It's coming in the 3 1/4 sized baits in a 5-pack, and they're in the Bass Candy color. They're made out of Ohio, and these are going to retail at $6.79 for the pack. They're just some little paddle tail swim baits. You can rig them on obviously offset worm hooks. You can throw them on the back of your, looks like it's kind of color matched a little bit to throw on the back of a chatterbait if you'd want, but however you want to throw it, that is how that is set. From there, holy crap guys, there's a lot in here. I mean, this is like wild to me how much is in here. We're going to move on to the Dark Corner Customs. I've thought about ordering from him too. He was on the Tackle Talk. So the reason I got this, I love Tackle Talk. Listen to the show every week. Love Andrew, love listening to him. He's talked about a lot of these companies, and he's used to be sponsored by Dark Horse Tackle, so that's why I've looked at this. So the next one comes from Dark Corner Customs. It's a custom painted crankbait, and guys, I wish you could see this color in person. This is freaking ridiculous how cool this is. So this is a, the color is a matte blue craw. It's a 3 to 4 foot diving square bill crankbait. It's a 4/10 ounce, 2.2 inch silent crankbait. A number 6 size BKK hooks on the front and the back. And guys, the coloring on this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to get some good pictures of all these and get them posted somewhere because these lures are freaking insane. The coloring on this is wild. I've never seen anything like this on a lure. And this would retail for us at $13.99 for a crankbait, which is an expensive crankbait, but at the same time, guys, that is ridiculously cool. Depending on how this fish is and when I fish it, this might become a staple brand for me, so we'll have to see. Next on, we're getting towards the bottom here. We are getting into a Martin's spinnerbait, Northern Forge series, handmade and quality inspected, with a cool weight design in it, it says. It's a 3/8 ounce, it says on the top. So there's our coloring here, and the color for it is silver green shad, as you guys can see down here. Let's take a nice look at that coloring again. Really, really good looking. Double silver willow blades on here. They're made obviously in the United States as well. So it's from Martin's Custom Baits. So another really cool, and I've never used any of these brands before, so I'm really excited to try these out. Next, we're gonna go to Jig Masters. Oh, and sorry, the Martin's Custom Bait retails at $10.49 for that spinner bait. So next, we're moving on to some Jig Masters. I believe these are sled heads. Perfected swim bait sled, and the 1/8 ounce in a 4-pack. Just have a nice screw lock on them. Good top sized eyelet. What size hook? It doesn't say what size hook. They look like about a 2/0 or a 3/0 hook. These are definitely going to be matching up perfectly with the Big Joshy swim bait. He talks about that a lot. Those two are going to go together perfectly. And these Jig Masters hooks are going to run us at $5.99 for the 4-pack of hooks. I'm pretty sure he uses either Mustad or Owner hooks on here. So he uses a really good hook in here, so I'm not worried about the quality of the hook. And again, a good price there. Next, we're going to Wicked Weights. Ooh, we have some tungsten weights. Okay. It's actually my first time ever having tungsten. I've never used tungsten before. So we have some 3/16 ounce green pumpkin worm tungsten weights from Wicked Weights. Not much sleeker, just a pack of weights. And those come in at $4.99 to $6.29 based on the size and the price. So somewhere between $4.50 and $6.50, or $5 and $6.50 for these. About $1 a weight. That's not terrible. A little more than $1 a weight. Next, we're going to Garage Tech. We have a flipping and skipping jig right here, you guys. This one looks really cool and like a really nice green pumpkin almost. The exact color is, oh, look at that green pumpkin. It's got a 4/0 Mustad hook on it, hand tied with custom colors. A really cool looking Garage Tech Bait Co. 3/8 ounce flipping and skipping jig. So don't worry guys, if you're interested in all these baits, we're going to do an extreme breakdown of each one of these in different lure review episodes after I've had a chance to fish them. Plus we're going to do a whole video of me actually fishing each individual lure. So we're going to try them all. So next we're moving to Black Label Custom Soft Plastics made here in the USA from Wood Bait Country. This is a 3.75 inch twisted green pumpkin purple craw, and it comes in an 8 count. And look at these colors, guys. I'm trying to help you out with the shadowing here. There's really cool like black, purple, green pumpkin-y craw color. These are really freaking cool looking. I've never seen a color like this on really any soft plastic. And these are coming in at, if I can find them, these are the Black Label. These are $5.99 for this 8-pack. It's not terribly priced for some soft plastic craws. Almost look like they're designed for more of like a punching setup, which is probably why we have the tungsten weights. So very nice craw setup. And it looks like our final thing in here is going to be some Senkos, because you don't love Senkos. They're from Magnum Baits, established in 2018. They're in the California Thunder cabbage color. Look like they have pretty decent salt content on them. Nice kind of like green with purple flake on them as well. Really cool from Magnum Baits. And those come in at $6.99 for a 10-pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all these back, and I'll see you guys in one moment, and we will finish up with this video. All right, you guys, so you just saw me break down the entire Dark Horse custom Dark Horse Tackle custom Tackle Talk box. Sorry, it's a mouthful. I'm really freaking pumped about this. There's some really cool lures in here. So the estimated value in here of lures, including the $5 gift card, is about 110 bucks. What did I pay out of pocket? I paid $79.99 plus I think it was like $8.99 in shipping. I ordered it on a Tuesday and it is Friday. So it shipped really fast for me, which was really nice. I got here very quickly. It's got some good literature that I'm going to read through right here. I'm excited to read through all the setup stuff from Andrew. He's going to talk about how to fish all of the baits, what kind of setup he would throw them on. So yeah, so overall so far, really impressed with this. We're going to have a ton of videos coming from this box. We're going to fish all the lures. We're going to review all the lures. Hopefully reach out to the manufacturers and talk with them. Maybe get them on the podcast. So huge shout out to Andrew Hayes and the Tackle Talk podcast for putting this together with Dark Horse Tackle. Huge shout out to Dark Horse Tackle for putting this box together, shipping it out, having great customer service. I love the touch of the handwritten note here. That's really freaking cool to me, honestly, that there's a handwritten note here from them. And even if it's not fully handwritten, it's printed, the fact that it's customized, say, "Hey Tyler" on it is really cool to me. That is a really neat setup. So I do enjoy that. Plus the sticker included. So, but yeah, really excited to fish these baits, put them to the test and see what they're worth. So obviously they're expensive baits. They're all American made, which is really cool. That's why I like Dark Horse Tackle. They do only American made baits. So I'm really super pumped to try this box out. So thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I appreciate your support. Please be sure, if you like the video, to like, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell, and stay up to date on everything that's going on here with me and all of my fishing journey. Stick around. Obviously, we're going to do a whole series on all of the different baits in this box. We're going to talk about all of them. We're going to have a ton of fun with it. So it's probably going to be its own playlist on my YouTube channel called like the Tackle Talk Essentials box or whatever it's called. but we're going to do a good in-depth dive into each one of these baits and really check them out, because like I said, not a very cheap box to get, but I am super pumped about it. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Be sure to check out my Instagram, Tyler Plackey Fishing. Check out my podcast, which is Tight Lines Podcast. We have new episodes every week. Some really cool stuff. We'll talk about this box on the podcast as well. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.